Hello, I'm Bruce Francis, and let's continue with another Tai Chi tip. Now, in the Tai Chi classics, they have a whole thing in it about the 5 elements that are part of the 13 original postures. And it's step forward, step back, step to the left, step to the right, and central equilibrium. And if you look at this, what does this mean? When you do Tai Chi, people have a tendency to get stuck. Now, when you do any Tai Chi posture, when you do a form at least, you should never have the sense of stopping. Even if you're in a stance, and the deliberate point of this is to be central equilibrium and to be in the middle and not moving, even with that, internally things are moving inside you. So at any moment you could go left, right, step, do whatever you have to do without any problem. So something, even if you're in the middle of central equilibrium, which is a much bigger subject, which we're not going to do yet. But let's talk about step forward, step back, step to the left, step to the right. Okay, the first thing is this. When you step forward, most of us would think that, well, when we step forward, right, what we're going to do is just put our leg forward. And I want you to have a different idea. This is your lower Tantien, or the center of gravity in your body. When you want to step forward, let your center of gravity go forward. Let it get stabilized. And then, even though you're back here, have the sense of your center of gravity from your Tantien going to your foot. Then, let your center of gravity come back to your foot. Then, when you want to sit backwards, have the sense of energy or movement going from your foot to your lower Tantien, and let your lower Tantien move backwards. Of course, in the early stage of that, there's all sorts of things about how you push off your leg. If you want to go backwards, push your leg this way. If you get back here and you want to go forwards, push down into the ground to make you move forward. But the big point is that your foot will push you both directions, but even above and beyond that, it's a sense that your forward and backward motion comes from your lower Tantien. This is what controls everything else following it. So that then, when you just do central equilibrium, boom, everything is just here. You're not concerned about forward and back. But even if you're going to step to the left and you go back, the first thing is that even before your foot goes here, your Tantien has the sense of having arrived at that place, and then your foot just kind of moves in with it. So this goes for all the postures of Tai Chi, and I think that it's good to pay attention to, because in forms you have all sorts of things. I mean, you get over to here, you're gonna turn backwards, and you can turn backwards, and you just can be, oh, I get my foot, and oh, I've got my balance. But if you actually let your Tantien go ahead of you, you'll find that transiting from your feet from one step to another becomes radically easier. So thanks very much. Another Tai Chi Tips.